Like them on Facebook for updates and photos of fashions at the Joshua Tree Boutique at 110 East Court Square in Princeton.
And we're back with Coffee Talk. We've, had our guests Harold Riley and Sandy Hodge. They were here this morning to talk to us about an unusual type of Easter egg hunt going on. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. There's going to be a helicopter and there's going to be prizes, and it just sounds like it's going to be a ton of fun. So don't miss that. It's at the City County Park next Saturday. Now, today, though, right now, I want to talk about something coming up tomorrow. We are joined this morning by Cheyenne Asher. Good morning, Cheyenne.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for coming in. So we're going to talk about, we've been talking about Joseph's Joy Prom. And tomorrow is the day. We've been talking about it, I think about a month now. I had Joni Phelps was in here. And Miss Hughes, whose first name has slipped my mind at the moment. Erin Hughes, that's right. And they were giving me the history. Tell me a little bit, refresh my memory about the history of Joseph, how that got started.
Sure. We were blessed because Shay Hughes and her family had moved to Princeton, and they had started doing this in Georgia with another family, and they had participated in it there. And they wanted to bring it here, but they didn't know on timing and how to work it out. And our son, Joseph Asher, passed away in 2015. And at the same time, the city decided that they wanted to honor him. Some of the committee that was doing that decided to honor him by naming it after him. So it became Joseph's Joy Prom.
Right. And that's, that's the story that they shared with me. They said, it wasn't necessarily, it had started, before Joseph, but not necessarily because of, but then with the timing, they said this was the best way they could think of to honor him. And tell me a little bit about Joseph.
Oh, he was such a vibrant, he was the joy in the room. He never met a stranger. He would run up to burly men with these big beards, and he'd just rub his hands through their beard. He would dance throughout the store, dance anytime, day or night. That was something that brought him the most joy. And he had had shunt surgery. After surgeries, he would, as soon as he could, be back up dancing. So dancing is special to those with special needs, and he was one that just loved it.
So, and he never actually got to go to the prom, but
No.
Have you participated?
Yes, I've gotten to go every year, and it is just the biggest blessing. We had always hoped as a special needs family to have that kind of advocacy and giving those people in our community with special needs a night, a way to be honored the way they deserve. And this was something we had always hoped and prayed for, and it worked wonderfully.
And I think they tell me it's in its 4th year.
Yes.
And has grown
existentially
ever since.
And it just, every year my heart just swells to see more and more people. And throughout the year, all the people in this community with special needs will come to me and say, okay, it's this many months till Joseph's Joy Prom. It's this many months. So they're so excited throughout the whole year. And that's just everything that I hope for. And this community is just wonderful in being open and loving those with special needs, and we are so, so blessed.
So walk me through a typical night at Joseph's Joy Prom.
The guests arrive, and they get there. They're so excited when they get there, and there's a red carpet laid out for them. There's paparazzi on both sides that welcome them, take their picture, cheer for them. And we even, those with autism or those with special needs that can't have the cheering, we have a special cheer where we put our hands up so that it's not overstimulating for them. So we accommodate all those different kinds of special needs. They come in through the red carpet and they go to hair and makeup or to shoe shine. They get a dinner and they go get photographed, and then they go and dance. And we just, the Hughes and the committees that have done this throughout the years have done such a wonderful job at just making sure that their whole night they're superstars like they deserve to be, and they're just honored and loved on throughout the whole process.
And they're served a meal. What is the meal this year?
I believe grilled chicken is this year, and they've done chicken nuggets in the past. It kind of changes. People like a certain type of thing, and Miss Joni is just wonderful on taking care of that for them. And then the caregivers. Shay, the first year, said, I want you to be the example of a caregiver, and because if Joseph had been alive, I would have been in that role. And so they're loved on, and they have this whole suite where they have food and they can go sit and eat. As a special needs parent, I normally don't leave my children. And it's the same for many of the caregivers that come. And so to have that little few minutes break from them is a big deal for parents like me. Mm-hmm. And that first year, they even offered a massage. And I, in my life, had never had a massage. And Shay's like, you're going to do this. So
Aww.
It's wonderful. They take care of everything.
And the what was it like for you when they said, okay, this is what we're going to do, and we want to honor Joseph? How did you feel?
I was in tears. It was the best honor that we could have given. He was also an organ donor, so we had the legacy of organ donation with him. But this was something so dear to our heart because this affected our whole community and all the special needs people in this community, which is something we've tried to advocate for as a family. So, and to have him given this honor and to do something that he just loved and was perfect for him was wonderful.
Did he know about the prom? Was it in?
No,
okay.
It did not come until he had passed. In that first year, we tried to help raise money for some of the things that we needed. So our family did these big plates to hang on the tree downtown by the courthouse, and we sold them to start raising money. And it was such a neat project to be able to hands-on do something to make this happen too. Mm-hmm. So we were blessed, and we've been blessed with community donations, and those from Georgia bring all the decorations. So that makes a huge, huge difference.
I didn't know that. So you're saying that the people that started Joseph's Joy or mm-hmm. started this type of event in Georgia, mm-hmm. they said, okay, well, we'll come and decorate for you.
Shay and her family goes. It's usually the week before we have it here. And they go and them and the family that started it there bring back the decorations here so that they can be used here. And it saves on costs for us and helps in this kind of small community. So mm-hmm. it's a huge, huge help.
Wow, didn't know that. And you said something earlier that made me think this, and I've said this since I've been here. I'm from another community, and I'm a transplant, and this one thing that I have seen from pretty much the first week I was here, this community does come together. They do support, yes. and they're just all about taking care of each other, and I think that's just so amazing.
And we have been, as a special needs family, it's not just with Joseph's Joy Prom. They have helped us with our other son. We have a very medically fragile son named Ivan, and our communities come together for him and different things we need, and they just have embraced us, and they have embraced them and their medical differences, and they're accepting, and we couldn't ask for a better community to live in with a family like ours.
Right. I've seen that time and time again. It just, over and over, it blows my mind how great this community is. Now, talk to me about Ivan. Can Ivan go to the prom? Is he going to get to go?
He is 13, so he's not quite to the age yet.
Yeah.
So we're excited, and once he hits the point of 16, I'm so excited for that to happen. But
does he know all the hype?
He does. He uses an eye gaze device to speak. So we've been talking to him about Joseph's Joy Prom and stuff, and he understands, and I'm so excited when he gets to that point because I think he's in a wheelchair, but we accommodate guests with wheelchairs all the time, and they get out and dance just like everybody else, and I just can't wait for him to experience that too.
So Ivan, he would have been 10 when Joseph passed. Okay. Did he did he remember his brother?
Yes.
Were they close?
And on his device, they were so close. And on his device, he's able to speak about it because grief is something that we all need to talk about. And so he can actually say, "I miss Joseph," and he gets to talk about him too. And he talks about him all the time. So. And
he knows that this is in honor of
yes.
Joseph. Yeah. Okay. Well, Cheyenne, I appreciate you coming in and talking to us this morning.
Thank you, and thank you for giving this community the voice that you do, and for allowing activities like this to be aired, because it's so important. And this is what keeps our community close, is to have that outlet where everybody can hear and know. So thank you so much.
Oh, well, absolutely. I just absolutely love my job, and there are just moments when it just, tugs at my heartstrings, and this kind of stuff is one of those. So I really hope this goes well. I'm not, I'm on there's a possibility I might be able to show up at the last minute. So I might call and see if they can use another volunteer.
It will change your life. It just, to see people from all walks of life, because that's what you see. Get out on that floor and just let it go and just experience that joy is something that it's hard to find words for.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to work my schedule out and see if I can't make that happen. But
thank you.
If I can. I'm working on things.
Oh, I understand.
But Cheyenne, I appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
And, I look forward to the day that Ivan gets to participate.
Me too.
I bet that's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. Cheyenne Asher and Joseph's Joy Prom. Now, that is tomorrow, but I don't think it's too late for you to say,
no.
I want to volunteer.
4 o'clock, if you'll just come. They do a training beforehand, and it can get the ball going.
All right. And that's going to be at?
Caldwell County High School this year.
All right. Thank you, Cheyenne.
You.
All right. Okay, so it's Friday. So that means our last guest on Coffee Talk is going to be our pet of the week. I love the little furry guests that we get. We'll be right back.
You're catering a wedding, and the bride says,
everyone is raving about the hors d'oeuvres. My aunt was asking if you do corporate events.
Now is the time when the right business card is essential, and Vistaprint can help. Head to Vistaprint.com, and you can customize 500 cards starting at just $9.99. You choose the paper, the shape, and the finish. Whatever your style, create a card that gives you the confidence to own the now. So head to Vistaprint.com and get 500 business cards starting at $9.99. Use promo code 4545 at checkout. That's Vistaprint.com, promo code 4545.
And now, a quick comparison from Grasshopper. When you're always on the go, what would you prefer? An office phone system?
Hey, it's Rochelle. Sorry I missed you earlier. Had an errand to run, but I'm back in the office, so give me a call when you get this.
Or one that works on your cell phone. No hardware needed, courtesy of Grasshopper.
Oh, one sec. It's a business call. Hi, this is Rochelle with Way Forward Partners. How can I help?
There's no contest. Put your best voice forward with Grasshopper, the virtual phone system for small business. Try it free at grasshopper.com.
Here's your WPKY Weather Edge Weather Center forecast.
Mostly cloudy skies starting the day off, but sunshine by this afternoon with the high today of 69. Mostly clear overnight with an overnight low around 47. Rain showers are going to be back in the forecast for tomorrow with mostly cloudy skies by the afternoon and a high of 64. Showers and thunderstorms overnight Saturday night with an overnight low around 54. Showers and thunderstorms continue on Sunday, but just in the morning, and a high on Sunday of 67. Today's forecast again is calling for sunshine by this afternoon